Okay, hello again. This is the third video segment for solution to homework number 17. We already completed this top box on the top left corner, and because it requires quite a bit of work, so I did it in two segments. Now, if you look at this box, top left, top, top left box, it says that the find solve it and list six specific solutions. When I did this thing and prepared the video segments for you, solutions for you, I not only did six solutions, but I also did all solutions, which means you have to add a multiple of the period. Now, if you look at the box below it that we're supposed to be doing now, first of all, look at problem 25 through 30. They look very similar. The difference is that in the top box, sine theta or cosine theta or tangent theta are explicitly given to you as being on the left side and equal to some number on the right hand side. Here, in these, the bottom, the middle box, some of them you actually have to work it out. For example, if you look at hypothetically number 25, it doesn't say cosine equal to, it says cosine of theta plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, you do one step, cosine of theta equal to minus 1, and then it becomes exactly like the problems on the top. So now I'm not going to do all these 25 through 30 because they all look exactly the same as the one on the top. But I'll do, for example, number 27. And the other difference between the top box and the middle box is that the middle box says give all solutions. When this is all solutions, I mean I don't want 6 or 7 or 8 of them. I want all of them, which means you have to add the multiple of the period to get the answer. So let me start with 27. From this group, I'm only going to do, you know, okay. Uh, Number 27, it says uh, square, square root, square root of 2 sine of theta, plus 1 equal to 0. So the first thing that we do is to go and solve for sine of theta. We get sine of theta equal to minus 1 over root 2, or sine of theta equal to minus root 2 over 2. Okay. Now, one thing we know that from the standard angles that we have memorized, we know that this has something to do with pi over 4. However, because it's minus, if you use, for example, we know what the answer is. Theta is equal to, well, one way to do it is minus pi over 4. As a matter of fact, if you use the calculator and you wrote theta equal to sine inverse of minus root 2 over 2, it will actually spit out minus pi over 4. And that's the only answer it's going to spit out because excuse me, for sine inverse, the range is minus pi over 2 and pi over 2. It will only give you answers which are in minus pi over 2 to pi over 2 range. And obviously minus pi over 4 in there. Now, for us, however, let me draw the trig circle for you. There we are. This is the cosine, this is the sine axis. And I'm saying that sine of theta equal to minus some number that you see here, approximately minus 0.17. So it's somewhere there, okay? This number is minus root 2 over 2. Now, the angle that we got, or the calculator gave us, is actually this, right? Minus pi over 4. But we know that there is another angle in quadrant 3 which does the same thing. In other words, we can go like this, right there, okay? And therefore, I have two solutions. One is minus pi over 4, and the other one is minus 3 pi over 4, okay? And these are both both are within the period, or both within one period of sine of theta. One period of sine of theta is 2 pi. However, the particular period, the particular interval that we got this thing is from minus 2 pi to 0. Okay, so we found two solutions right there. two solutions. Both of them lie in this interval, and this is it. If you want all solutions, then for all solutions, we just add multiple of 2 pi to the above. So we have theta equal to minus pi over 4 plus 2 pi k, and theta equal to minus 3 pi over 4 plus 2 pi k, where k is 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. So you have to write both of them, and there. And these are different angles. Okay. Okay. So I did number I did number 27. All these ones from 25 to 30, they're going to be exactly the same kind of thing. Just be aware of the fact that if you look at number 30, for example, you look at number 30, it says 4 cos theta plus 1 equal to 0. That means cos theta is equal to minus 1 over 4. Okay. Now to do this problem, because 1 over 4 we don't recognize as one of the cosine values, you have to do this with approximately using your calculator, etc. But I've done problems like that in the first box. So just go and look at those or ask me in class. Okay. All right. I will do one or two of these maybe in the class, the ones that are left out. So what about these other problems? What about these other problems such as you look at numbers 31 through 34, these four problems. The only difference is that here you actually have to do some work to get the value. It was to get the value of sine or cosine or tangent. Okay, over here the first six problem, or in the first box, there was not much work we had to do. Let's start with number 31. Number 31. Number 31. Which goes like this. 3 tangent squared of theta minus 1 equals to 0. Or tangent squared theta equal to minus 1 or plus 1/3. Or tangent of theta equal to plus or minus 1 over root 3, which means plus or minus square root of 3 over 3. So basically, I have to do two problems. One is tangent theta equal to plus root 3 over 3. Do this problem just like what we have done when there was tangent of theta equal to something given. And then do tangent of theta equal to minus root 3 over 3. So do this one separate. This one also. This is why you can see that every one of these problems that I look at, suddenly it becomes two problems. And they have to be done separately. Leave it to you to work it out. Okay. If questions, bring it up in class, please. Bring it up in class. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is number 32. Number 32, it says cotangent of theta plus 1 equal to 0. So that means cotangent of theta equal to minus 1. That means 1 over tangent of theta equal to minus 1, which means tangent of theta is equal to minus 1. And this is just like any other problem that we have done. So just like the problems in the first box. Okay, again, do it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. It is important you master the stuff in that first box. And number 33. The problem that's given to us is 2 cosine squared theta minus 1 equal to 0. Okay. And That means cosine of theta equal to cosine squared of theta equal to 1/2. That means cosine of theta equal to plus or minus 1 over root 2 or plus or minus root 2 over 2. So basically, you're stuck doing two problems. You have to do two problems patiently, separately, and patiently. One of them is cosine of theta equal to root 2 over 2. This is one problem. And then cosine of 2 equal to minus root 2 over 2. The second problem, and write the general solution for each. Okay. Let me have some time, so let me do this thing here for you. Over here, notice that definitely theta is equal to pi over 4, but we also have theta equal to, well, for example, 7 pi over 4. Okay, look at the trig circle. This is what we have done. We got one angle which looks like this, the other angle which looks like that. Okay, and then the general solution is going to be these things, plus 2 pi k plus 2 pi k. That's for the one on the left. Now when we go to this one, for example, you can say theta equal to 3 pi over 4, and theta equal to, well, let's look at that trig circle. There's a situation. I got this angle for you. Cosine is negative, and then I want another one here. Okay, so that's 5 pi over 4. The two angles are, one is over there, the other one is over here. 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. And then plus 2 pi k plus 2 pi k. Now you can see why these things are not any different. It's just that they take longer to do because there's two separate problems. 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, etc. Okay, so let's look at number 34. Number 34, and it goes like this. 4 sine squared theta minus 3 equal to 0. So we have 4 sine squared 3 equal to sine squared theta equal to 3. Sine of theta equal to 3 over 4. Sine squared theta equal to 3 over 4. And sine theta equal to plus or minus root 3 over 2. Right there. Okay, so we have to do patiently two problems. Sine of theta equal to plus root 3 over 2. Sine of theta equal to minus root 3 over 2. And let me do that for you, okay? This one is, theta is going to be pi over 3. Look at the trig circle. This is the one that I gave you. And there's another one. Oops, not that one. The other one is over here, this one. Okay, so theta equal to that, and theta equal to 2 pi over 3. And then add the multiple, 2 pi k plus 2 pi k. What you need to do, you have to find two solutions within one period of the sine, which is one period of sine spans a 2 pi interval, okay? And then once you got that, you add multiples. Over here, we have theta. It's easier for me to go minus pi over 3 and theta equal to minus 2 pi over 3, because just look at it. You have sine equal to negative, so one of them is over here, negative, and this is the minus pi over 3, and the other one is on this side, minus 2 pi over 3, okay, and then plus 2 pi k, 2 pi k. I'm going to stop this segment here because we need one more to do, and I don't want to overload this particular one.